أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنما الصدقات للفقراء والمساكين والعاملين عليها والمؤلفة قلوبهم وفي الرقاب والغارمين وفي سبيل الله وابن السبيل فريضة من الله والله عليم حكيم صدق الله العظيم. Verse 60 of Surah At-Tawbah is speaking about the avenues of zakah. As a prelude to the injunction of zakah, we must understand that the hukum, the command of zakah, how and where is it categorized? So in usul al-fiqh, in the principles of jurisprudence, the scholars of usul al-fiqh, when they categorize ahkam and commands, the same category in which you have salah and hajj, you also have zakah. Meaning zakah is an ibadah. It's not a tax, and it's not anything else. Zakah is an ibadah. The difference is salah is a physical ibadah, zakah is a monetary ibadah. But they're both ibadah. Now in ibadah, how and what should a person's approach be? The approach towards ibadah is ta'abbud, servitude, which means what? That in order for an ibadah to be accepted, one must do the ibadah as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. You cannot have what they call utilitarian approach. Utilitarian approach, a big word, means what? Simply that you just look at the consequence. You can't just look at the consequence. For example, someone can't say that I'm going to put all the rak'ats together at one time, I'm just going to pray them. So 2 rak'ats for Fajr, Fard, 4 rak'at Dhuhr, Asr 6, so 8, 10, then Maghrib 3, 13, and Isha 17. So 17 rak'at Fard, I'm just going to pray during the beginning of the day. Same thing, right? So they're all done. Can someone do that? Or someone says that I'm going to do 2 rukus and 2 sajdas. I'll add 1 more ruku. Whatever combination, however someone wants to do, other than what we know from Allah's Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and Sahaba, Aslaf, how they told us to perform our salah, anyone with any sense will tell you, but this is not ibadah now. You're doing your own thing. Ibadah is that you must do as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants, as Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam showed us. That's ibadah. Zakah is the same thing. Whether it's the amount, what is zakatable, what is not zakatable, who can be given, where can it be given, it has to be the same approach. It cannot be a consequential approach, utilitarian approach. Oh, I gave money, I gave more, or I did this, or this is also good. What's so bad about this avenue? Isn't this what I'm doing good as well? Doing good, various good things a person can do himself, that's fine. We're speaking about a specific ibadah of zakah. What you want to do with the rest of your money, the other 97.5%, that you do whatever you want to do with it, as long as it's halal. That you can give whichever way, whoever you want to give to. But if it's zakah, then that has very specific rulings. Just like how if a person wants to perform salah, there's a specific way, then it's called salah. If it's not performed in that way, then it's not called salah. Then it's not accepted as salah. So this is the approach towards ibadah, and zakah being no different from other ibadat, this must be the approach towards zakah as well. So now over here, specifically the issue of what is referred to in books of fiqh as masarifu zakah. Masrif simply means the avenue. Where can you spend your zakah? We're not discussing right now how much and what is zakatable, what's not zakatable. That's also very important. But in this ayah, what's being discussed here is the avenues of zakah. So the verse of zakah starts with a very important word, innama. Innama means only, as you have know, some of you may know some Arabic. Innama means it's only for that it's restricted within these categories. Innama sadaqat. Sadaqat here refers to as-sadaqat. Sadaqat refers to zakah over here, not any sadaqat. Innama sadaqatu, and then now you have who and where, which are better places to give to. للفقراء والمساكين. Fuqara refers to those that are poor, below the nisab amount, what we know as the nisab of zakah. Based on the silver nisab, it's about just a little lesser than $700 right now. Gold's nisab is $8,000. It's a huge discrepancy. Fuqara are those that are below the nisab, but they still have some amount. They have some money, they don't have money. They have something. Masakin is also poor. They also don't have nisab amount, but they really have nothing. On the street, so to say, you can say. They don't have much. So fuqara will have a little more, masakin, but both are possible. Avenues of zakat means you can give to this, you can give to that, whichever one, it's your choice. You don't have to give to all of them. If someone says, I will give to only this one category, I won't give to the others, that's fine. Your zakat is done, nothing wrong with that. وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا. عَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا is specifically for those Muslim countries where the government takes responsibility of collecting zakah. So those that are working under that section, they are called an amil. Now, amil collects zakah as well. The amil collects ushra as well. Sometimes he collects other forms of payments. But the amil, he who specifically works under that sector. There are many ahkam regarding that. How does that work? He can also be given from the same wealth. But under that specific system, you cannot open your own 501c3 zakat and say, I'm amil, now I'm going to start taking money. These are all fitan people do, and these are ways that they get to it. This is very simple. Just register a 501c3, collect zakat and say, I'm the amil. Everyone can do that. They can become zakat collectors like this. So that's wrong. That's not permissible. وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُم. مُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُم referred to those, there's a couple, but more specifically, those in the beginning of Islam, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, to attract them towards Islam, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would give them from this zakat. Thereafter, this was abrogated, or technical terms, some will say intihā al-hukm intihā al-'illah. In any case, Umar radiallahu anhu's time, ijma' al-sahaba was that no longer will these people be given. As Umar radiallahu anhu said, that now Islam has quwwah and strength. You want to come to Islam, good for you. If you don't, we don't need you either. There's no zakat for you that we're going to attract you with that. وَالْمُؤَلَّفَةِ قُلُوبُهُمْ وَفِي الرِّقَابِ. Riqab refers to slaves. Slaves, which type of slaves? There's a type of slave in fiqh which is called the mukatab slave. Mukatab slave means that he has a contract with his owner, with his master, that in X amount of time, if I pay this amount to you, then I earn my freedom. So basically those slaves who work to earn their freedom. So to help them pay off their debt to earn their freedom, if someone is to give into that avenue, then that would also be permissible. وَالْغَادِمِينَ. Ghadimin means those that are in debt. Debt that puts them below the nisab. If you have debts of 10,000 but you have another $100,000 cash, then you're not ghadim. Right? Then you don't fall under that category. If your liabilities exceed your assets such that you're still below the nisab, then that person qualifies under wal ghadimin. وَفِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Sabilillah here specifically refers to mujahidun who do not have money, who do not have enough. So this is a better avenue to give to them, those mujahidun. Fi sabilillah is not aam, it's not general. Why is it not general? One, you can see tafasir, that's a very simple answer. You can see the tafasir of sahaba, tabi'un, that no one considers it like this. Secondly, the ayah begins with innama. Innama means only. If you take fi sabilillah in the meaning that anything which is of khayr, then there's no meaning of innama. Innama means that it's only in these categories. Fi sabilillah, Fi sabilillah, you can say someone who is walking towards the masjid, the hadith calls that person fi sabilillah as well. So, mashallah, some brother is walking from the masjid, from his home to the masjid, fi sabilillah, you give him zakah. No one in the ummah has said something like this. This started from this utilitarian approach towards fiqh. But it's consequential. We need to build a masjid fi sabilillah. This issue is based on two problems. First problem is, as I said, not understanding zakah as an ibadah. That's the first problem. Second is that you want all of the ummah's needs to be done within 2.5%. If the ummah thinks that all of our needs are going to be fulfilled within 2.5%, we're fooling ourselves. You're going to build masjids with 2.5 as well, you're going to give to the fuqara from 2.5 as well. People are saying today that you can lobby and give zakat towards lobbying against this and that. These are pseudo fatwas you'll find today. That if I'm opening it, someone is lobbying against something, political lobbies, this and that, this is also zakatable. This is also zakatable. We also accept zakat. So وَفِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ is not as general as people may think. Some as Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, under the chapter of the one who is walking towards Jumu'ah. The one who is walking towards Jumu'ah, he brings a hadith, مَغْبَرَّتْ قَدَمَ عَبْدٍ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ فَتَمَسَّهُ النَّارِ. Anyone who knows how to study Bukhari will understand from this day he's saying that if you're walking towards Jumu'ah, you're also fi sabilillah. So anyone, mashallah, crossing Bloomingdale Road, give everyone one check of zakat. This is not how it works. There's an approach to things. You have to understand it holistically. Just having this idea, no, we have zakat, we need to build our masjid, therefore we're going to start. This is not how you do things. There's no barakah in this to begin with, and zakat won't be accepted. وَفِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ refers again to those mujahidun who are in need of monetary assistance to help them towards that. وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ. Ibn Sabil means a traveler. Which traveler? That he may have money at home, but right now he has no access to wealth. So if you're walking with a credit card, you're not Ibn Sabil here. Someone has a credit card, they have access to money, they are not considered zakat eligible. Ibn Sabil here refers specifically to those travelers who now, because they're in a foreign land, they don't have their money access, their money is far away from them, they need to get home, these type of situations. There, if you use zakat money to give to them, this is permissible for you to give to them and for them to receive it. وَابْنِ السَّبِيلِ. Now, see how the ayah ends, فَرِيضَةً مِّنَ اللَّهِ. There's two meanings of fariḍah. Fariḍah means one, an obligation, as many of us know. Fariḍah is an obligation. Secondly, fariḍah also means a stipulation. That something is stipulated in a particular way, meaning you're not able to do it whichever way, however you want to do it. This is a stipulated method. All obligations are like this as well. Any obligation, fariḍah, has a certain stipulation to it. 2 rak'at fajr, 4 rak'at dhuhr has to be prayed in this way, this time. There's a stipulation to that. Fara'id come with stipulations. Fariḍatan min Allah. Wallahu alimun hakim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knowing, Allah is all wise. The why to give to these people, why not to give to whoever else, how much to give, how much not to give. All of that is within the ilm and hikmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We make dua that Allah ta'ala gives us the understanding of the Quran.